Yeah, a wonderful speech as usual, on a subject near and dear to our hearts, but I already used that line. You spoke about an interesting subject that we really want to know more about. And the thing that I like about you speaking is you speak to me. When you're speaking, I feel like you're speaking directly to me. Sometimes, though, when you're speaking to me, and then you turn and you want to speak to somebody else, you're not speaking to me anymore. There may be a transition situation between directing it to one particular person, and then going over here and talking to another particular person, but it's the same thing. So perhaps talking to a particular person and then bringing it out to everybody and then picking on somebody else. There was a time early on that you transitioned from one person to another. I'm being picky here.
Mm-hmm.
You sent out an email. I didn't get the email, or did I? I don't know.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. And you talked about, you patted yourself on the back with that wonderful color handout, and then you brought in a miserable gray shaded, 50 Shades of Gray type
Hey now.
handout. Perhaps you should have chosen a color one, or perhaps you should have stated, this was in color, but all I have is this miserable little 50 Shades of Gray handout, which we could not see. As a matter of fact, the evaluation says, were extra materials on hand for those who needed them?
I sent you a copy.
No, they were not.
Save a tree.
The other part of your speech that I disliked was you were enumerating 7 steps to speaking.
Mm-hmm.
You were also under there, on some of the steps, you were giving 1 through 4 or 1 through N subgroupings. So I had to use my recursive computer brain to keep track of it all, and failed miserably. Because on some of the recursive subgroups you went, the first thing, the next thing, and then the last thing. Well, you said there were going to be 3. Was that next? Was number 2? I lost track. I lost tracking. The final thing, a mild criticism, is you present such good solutions to what we're looking for. And you go and you build up a very good description of how not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go off and you tell us how it is to do it. And that's kind of like an afterthought. That should be the most important point. How do we do it after you've told us how not to? Emphasize the last point. Don't make it an afterthought that you kind of slur away.
Good point.
But as usual, excellent speech, good topic. Thank you.
Excellent.